solving by completing the square. So what we're going to do is our first step always is going to be get the c term to the other side. Okay, we don't want the c term here. So we would go x squared minus 6x equals 12. Then everything is going to be based on the b term as long as the leading coefficient is 1. If it's not 1, divide it to each term to get rid of it. But since it is 1 right now, we're going to take our b term, negative 6 divided by 2, and square it. You will do this with the b term every single time. So it's negative 3 squared, which equals 9. And you're going to take this 9 and you're going to add it to both sides. Adding it to this side will give us a perfect square trinomial. X squared minus 6x plus 9 equals 12 plus 9. We have to add it to both sides to keep the equation balanced. If you don't add it to this side, well then obviously you're changing the equation and what it's equal to. So at this point, this is now factorable as a perfect square trinomial, x minus 3 times x minus 3, or x minus 3 squared. The way I always teach it is this negative 3 here is always the number that will go right here. So if you keep this in mind here, it'll always be plugged in here. And then it's the quantity squared. And then the other side is equal to 21. So at this point now we have a perfect square. We're going to take the square root of both sides. We're going to take the square root of both sides, and I go x minus 3 equals plus or minus the square root of 21. Square root of 21, I look to simplify if I can. I cannot. So my final answer is going to be x equals plus or minus root 21 plus 3. Notice I got 2 zeros by completing the square.